If you're claiming that you really want to get to the next level, then you must understand this. You must understand that motivation is horse shit. Excuse me for the language. Motivation doesn't mean anything, and it will not help you. It will only buzz a spark, a momentary spark, which will die off in maximum a few months. And under a few months, every single human being who have been considering rationally how progress looks like will admit that will not achieve the thing that you are setting up for yourself. So I'm just a guy from the internet, and I'm talking from my experience with motivation and discipline. Okay, so throughout the last year, I've been blessed to go through a journey where I've been working out every single day, but especially I've been running every single day, despite of me feeling at least 70% of the time that I do not want to do that thing. And I had a period when it was a 9-month period when I was eating 1 meal a day, specifically with ketogenic diet. And yeah, so I've been next to this, I've been a no-fap, like complete freaking monk mode. And so what I would like to talk about here is the actual difference between what you think it takes and what it actually takes in order for you to get to the place where you want to get to. And so you can ask the question for me: am I at the place where I want to get, where I wanted to get to? And regarding to fitness, fuck yes. Regarding to discipline, I'm getting there. But I'm way ahead of the guy that I was thinking about to become. So basically, when I started on this journey, I had this idea in my mind: hey, what if I would have the energy, like so freaking much energy, that I wouldn't even need to eat all day long? I would be able to run in the morning. I would be able to have a quick run instead of lunch. And I would also be able to work out by the end of the day. So like this energy level. And next to that, obviously, to be productive with my work. I mean, like at least work that 6, 7, 8 hours, depending on what I'm doing. So if I'm selling, then I'm not calling as much, but it all depends. When I'm building, I can work like 14, 16 hours like all day long. It all depends. Point over here, I mean, I'm at the place. I've done that shit. I didn't eat, I was running, I was working out in the middle of the day. I mean, at least a running intensity workout, and at the end of the day, killer workout session. I've done many days. Is it healthy? This is not the point of the discussion. The actual idea that I wanted to talk about is the difference between motivation and discipline. And so you might heard this thing many times, and especially from Joko. And I have to tell you guys that how it rolls out for me, and how it did roll out for me, and how it looks like for me. So back then, when I wasn't as mature. I'm still a child in some regards, but discipline-wise, when I wasn't this mature, what I was thinking about is that I was watching motivational video after motivational video, and I was just simply looking at a place when I could just, what is the new thing? What is the new best thing? What is the new shit that I'm chasing after? And so I've been just going after that thing every single time, and I was identifying success with me eventually being able to get to a place where I'm finding a new shit. And so every single time when I found the new dropshipping product, the new business model, the new this, the new that, I just got to realize that I was hopping on the thing. The new business, the new product, the new service, the new friend, the new whatever the freaking hell that might have been. And I felt motivated, and I felt good, and I felt like I found the new thing, the new meaning of my life. And this happened, unfortunately, every single month, every single 2 months. And so what ended up happening is that I was starting new thing after new thing after new thing, new book after new book, new friends after new friends, new thing after new thing. And so that felt good. That felt like progress. But at the end of the day, yes, I was picking up skills. But at the end of the day, I couldn't really say that I got to any place where I was especially good with those things. Because I got to realize that the only place where progress can happen is actually coming from compounding the compounding effect, the compounding interest effect, excuse me. Because if I'm willing to do that shit for a long enough time that it will compound, and I will just simply get better at that thing. And this is how this is as certain as I will die. So for example, if I'm running every single damn day, that it is certain that I will become a good runner, and I will lose weight, and I will just simply have this physique. Like, this is it. And so I just wanted to share the story which inspired today's video. So about 1.5 years ago, I think it was 1.5 years ago, I started to really take music seriously. I mean, music was always a huge thing for me, and I really wanted to, stick with this guitar and singing, okay? And so what ended up happening is that I just simply decided inside of myself that I will be shooting, or I will be singing, I will be recording 3 pieces of music every single day, and it will take me at least 20 to 30 minutes, 20, 30, 40 minutes. At the end of every single day of mine, I will be recording 3 pieces of music. And I've been doing it for way more than a year now. I would say I'm getting close to 1.5 years. And so by accident, so I didn't really have too many expectations regarding to this. And so by accident, today I just went on SoundCloud, and I just realized something. It's like, I was looking at May. It's like May, like of the months, like this small charts, and May, it's like this huge shit. I was like, what is happening here? And all of my streams is about like 5,500, something like this. And May alone was like more than 1,000. I was like, man, like maybe compounding, it just started to happen. It's like, motherfucker, like this shit works. And so I just got this huge bomb that, hey man, like this thing works. And so this is my motivation. This is my motivation that is happening. Like that this thing happens. My motivation is actually coming from more of a fearful place, that I'm fucking up progress, that I'm just fucking up the whole thing that I was working with. And I wouldn't even say that motivation, but the actual core for discipline for me is coming from feeling fucking afraid of fucking up the excuse me for the language again, the actual progress that I've been working on. The same thing with me, this feeling, if you've ever played Duolingo, for example, that hey, I don't want to lose my streak. The same thing with, for example, running, the same thing with music, the same thing with everything. It's like, I have the discipline because I don't want to fuck this whole thing up. And so that is the thing that will be driving you, because guess what? If you have an outsider point, where do you want to get to? So for example, let me have $1 million in my bank account, let me buy that house. Then when you got that thing, then you will stop. And that will be one of the most beautiful and one of the worst days in your life. And you have to understand that actual real motivation and discipline is coming from something different, brother. It's coming from a place which is dark, which is not pleasant. And the sooner we are able to comprehend that, at least for me, it is from a dark place, man. Like I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid of losing. I'm just afraid of dying without this classical this classic overemphasized idea of me meeting the person whom I could become, and having a conversation with him at the end of my next to my death bath. That is the thing that I'm afraid of. And so motivation is horse shit, brother. Again, excuse me for the language. It will not bring it anywhere. You will need discipline, and the actual means for discipline can come, and most people whom I've been studying are always talking about this thing, that discipline and the actual means for everyone to go is coming from this dark place. And again, negative motivation is has a greater driving effect than positive motivation. And so in this regard, brothers, I wanted to share this story with you, and I wanted to share these ideas with you, and I hope that you're finding this inside of yourself, and just don't try to think that you're somewhere at a bad place if you're coming from a dark place. that can serve you. Love.